Welcome to the South America section of the Geotastic No Labels, No Borders tutorial. We're going to be taking a look at 13 flags and countries, and we're going to learn that it's pretty chill to click on each one of them. We don't have any tiny countries here in South America. Sure, we have some small ones, but even the smallest ones, they have pretty good references that's going to help us identifying them on the map without the borders. So without any further ado, let's hop into the game and start learning. So to kick off South America, we have Colombia, and this is the flag of Colombia. We're gonna have two other countries with this color pattern here, also with the horizontal triband. So I wanna start here telling you guys how we gonna differentiate those. For Colombia, we have uh, of course we're gonna have the same color pattern on the same sequence. So we have a yellow, blue, and red uh, bands. Okay, but for the Colombia one, just remember that is the one with no coat of arms or and no stars. It's simply the bands, nothing else. And also the yellow band here is larger than the other ones, but that's not something to use to differentiate because we have another of those flags that also has the yellow as the largest one. But the main difference here is the that Colombia has anything besides the bands. Okay, no coat of arms, no stars or other symbols. It's just the colors. Okay, so for clicking on Colombia, we're gonna focus our attention around here. So Colombia is a big country. We have a lot of room to work with here. So we have this peninsula here that uh, it's kind of the start of Colombia. Let's say. So clicking here, it's gonna get us Colombia and all of this coast here. Of course, not here because here is Panama. So avoid clicking on this region here. And it extends also before and after Panama and kinda all the way to there. So uh, don't go further than this because you're gonna hit Ecuador. But yeah, just focus on clicking kinda here on this mid section here where Panama ends. Okay, we have more room to work with going towards here. Of course, not here because we're gonna hit Brazil here. We can actually see the Amazon River. Okay. Um, yeah, so kind of focus on clicking near where Panama ends on this mid region here, or maybe if you wanna click here on the peninsula, it's fine. Okay, so let's guess here. Yes, as we can see, we have a pretty nice area to work here. As I said, Colombia is a big country. So yeah, we have the peninsula here starting off the coast, then it extends um, after Panama, and don't go too much here because you're gonna hit Ecuador. So my advice is clicking on the middle of the country where near the Panama border here, okay, and you're gonna be fine. Next we have Venezuela, and for the flag once again we have the same horizontal triband just like Colombia with yellow, blue, and red, but this time the yellow one is not larger, it's the same size for each band, and we have this arch of stars here. We have 8 stars, and yeah, that's the main difference between Colombia and Venezuela. We have the star arch, and the bands are all on the same size. So for clicking on Venezuela, we learned that we have these two peninsulas here. This first one belongs to Colombia, and the second one is already for Venezuela. So the country kind of starts here, and it has a nice coast extension and going into there kind of. So yeah, you can click anywhere here on this coastline. We have this lake here, of course, belongs to Venezuela, And the country, the largest part of the country is here near to the coast. Kinda here it has it's still around here, but it's kinda narrow, let's say. It kinda gets shrinked here, the portion of the country. So it's better to click here on the top on the coastline. It's the easiest and safest place to guess for Venezuela. And of course, stay within the land here because we have islands here on the ocean. So if you kind of click around here, you might hit the islands and not Venezuela. So it's important to stay here on the land and near to the coast. So let's guess. There we go, we got it. So nice coastal extension as we learned. And down here, as I said, it gets a little shrinked, more narrow than the rest of the country extension. So it's safer to click here near the coast. So right after Venezuela, we have Guyana. Guyana has this kind of light green background with some triangles. We have this white outline, the big yellow triangle, and the red triangle with the black outline. So for Guyana, it's, as I said, it's right after Venezuela. With our main reference is this kind of downhill here of coast. I'm gonna focus on that. So Guyana is basically here. Also, we can use this lighter section here, this lighter stain, and click right of the stain. Don't click on it because here is Brazil, Roraima state. So don't click on it, focus on clicking right of this lighter section. We also have this kind of hole of ocean here invading the land, and that's also is a good reference for Guyana. Don't extend too much to the left or right because we don't have too much of a coast work here. The country is more vertically shaped. So yeah, let's click here. And there it is, Guyana. As I said, this lighter section here is already Brazil, Roraima state. So don't click here, focus. If you're gonna use this lighter section here as a reference, focus on clicking right of it, not on it. And also that downhill of coast, and also this region here where we have this river. That can also be seen from above. So that's Guyana. Let's see Suriname next. So right after Guyana we have Suriname. Suriname flag is pretty, yeah, kind of unique, but some people confuse it with the Myanmar flag in Asia because of the big star in the middle. But Myanmar has a different stripes. For Suriname we have a same pattern and top and bottom, green, white, then the big red stripe, and then again white and green, and the big yellow star in the middle. So here we have Guyana, which we just saw, and next is Suriname. Suriname is smaller than Guyana, so our focus is clicking near the coast here, and our main reference is this lake. This lake, clicking on it, it's gonna get you Suriname, but you can also click left of it. The lake is located towards the east of the country, so we have more to it around here. And also another reference that I like is this curve here on the coast. So coming out of Guyana coast, we have this kind of depression here. So clicking here, it's gonna get you Suriname. So yeah, you can use the lake or this depression in the coastline here. So clicking on the lake, left of the lake, of course don't go too much here because it's Guyana, and we don't have much room to the south because it's already Brazil. So focus on clicking right here on the middle next to the lake, or maybe up here in the coast. So let's guess. See, lake is located towards the east of the country, and you have more room here. And also clicking up here in the coast is fine. So now we have French Guiana. So for the flag, we have two main colors, green and yellow, and they are kind of split in a diagonal line here. And we have this big red star on the middle. So this is the flag for French Guiana, pretty distinct one. Let's say you might think it's belong to some African country maybe, but no, it's French Guiana here on South America. So we are gonna follow that same sequence that we are seeing. We have Guyana here, Suriname that we just saw, and for French Guyana, it's basically following the sequence. So around here, clicking here, it's gonna get us French Guyana. We have that lake for Suriname that we saw. It's the main reference for the country. So clicking east, right of the lake, it's gonna get you French Guyana. And yeah, so don't go clicking much around surrounding this area here, because we have Brazil starting the coast right here. So if you click here, it's Brazil, it's the Amapá state. So yeah, just focus on clicking here, kinda between the lake and this downhill of the coast here. So yeah, between the lake and the downhill, and it's gonna get you French Guiana. So let's guess. See, we got it. We actually have less room to work with than Suriname. So yeah, just keep on your mind between the lake and the coast down here. Of course, not too much close to the lake, because we still have a little bit of Suriname here, and just go a little bit far from it and you will be fine. So next we have Brazil. For Brazil, it's the light green background with the yellow diamond here on the center, the blue circle, the Ordem e Progresso saying here, and we got 27 stars representing each state of the country. So it's a very well-known flag around the world. It's very unique. There's no other flag like this. So let's learn the limits of Brazil, because it's actually the 5th biggest country on the world, and biggest on South America. So we just saw the limits for French Guiana, and I said that this peak here is already Brazil, which is Amapá state. So the coast of Brazil starts here and it goes all the way here until there. There is the end of Brazil. It's south of Rio Grande do Sul state, and I'm not gonna click here because I'm not sure if here is already Uruguay or not, but I think it's still the end tail of this state here of Brazil. So yeah, we got all of this coastline here. It's Brazil. It's safe to click, and all of this midsection here also. We have the Amazon River here, so we can use it also to click. And of course, don't click around here because it's already Ecuador and Peru. And these light parts here is Rondônia state. Here is Acre state, which represent its states that border other countries. So you can click here if you want, but I wouldn't advise you to click around at this region here, because it's easily misclickable. So yeah, just focus on this coastal line here. You can click everywhere around here, and in this mid section here we got a lot to work with here. Okay, so just guess here and it's safe. Even if it's not in this main section of the globe here, which we usually leave our mouse between the rounds, it can easily be done with under 1 second if you practice your flick. It's just a flick and guess, and you can do it very easily and get a great points. So that's it for Brazil. Next we have Ecuador. And for the flag we have that same pattern just like Colombia and Venezuela, with the horizontal triband with yellow, blue and red. And just like on the Colombian flag we have the yellow band being larger than the other ones. But here for the Ecuador flag we have the coat of arms here on the center. So for Colombia we have nothing, no coat of arms and stars, nothing, just the bands. For Venezuela we have the stars, and here for Ecuador we have the coat of arms. So just remember those things to differentiate the flags and know which country to click. So to click on Ecuador, we're going to be focusing our attention here on the west coast of South America, on this north section. So we just learned that Colombia coast extends after Panama, and Ecuador starts around here. As you can see, we have a portion of coast that kind of goes straight. We have some curves here, and then we have this part that it goes straight. And so this is the start of the coast for Ecuador, and we have this bay here that marks the border between Ecuador and Peru. So this here is going to be Peru coast, and this one here is still Ecuador. We have some extension of Ecuador here to the south of the bay, but on the continent. So around here it's still Ecuador, but I don't advise you to click around here to avoid misclicking on Peru. So just focus on clicking north of the bay here, and not too much to the north, because the coast Ecuador is not too big compared to the other countries around him. And also these islands here are the Galapagos Islands that belongs to Ecuador, and if you click there and guess, it will count for Ecuador, because Galapagos Islands don't have an ISO code, so they are not in the game. They have a Galapagos Island has a flag of itself, but since it doesn't have an ISO code, it's not implemented on the game. So if you click here, it's gonna count for Ecuador. Okay. But we usually click here on the continent, but if you feel more comfortable clicking on the islands here, you can do it. It's gonna count for Ecuador, it's the same. But I'm gonna click here on the land to show you guys. So let's guess. There we go. As I said, this bay here marks the border, kind of marks the border between Ecuador coast and Peru coast, and we have that extension here beyond the bay, okay, and also Galapagos Islands. So that's it for Ecuador. Next we have Peru, and for the flag we have a vertical triband with red, white, and red again. And on the white band center of the flag we have the coat of arms for Peru, we have the branches. So if you see this pattern with the coat of arms, just note that is Peru. So for clicking on Peru, it's a big country, has a nice coast extension. As we learned, this bay here marks the border between Ecuador and Peru. So clicking here, it's the start of Peru coast, and it goes all the way until this curve here. Here is the border of Peru, and here's Chile starts. Okay, so everywhere here on the coast it's gonna count for Peru. We have a little bit of extension here on the continent, but I like to stay near the coast to avoid any misclicks. Also we have this lake here, it's a big help for us. So clicking northwest of the lake here, it's gonna count for Peru. Not too much straight north, because we might hit Brazil around here. So yeah, so we have the coast starting here, going until there. Clicking everywhere here on this region, it's gonna get us Peru, and also the lake. It's pretty useful as a reference. So let's guess here. There we go, we got it. So pretty nice coast extension, pretty big country, can be done under 2 seconds easily, and easy full score. So next we have Bolivia. For Bolivia we have the tricolor triband, red on top, yellow on the middle, and green at the bottom. And on the center of the flag we have the coat of arms. Very simple, very distinct. You might confuse this with the Ethiopia flag, but Ethiopia has a bunch of other symbols. There's a big star, maybe also with the Lithuanian flag, but Lithuanian has a different order it's the same colors but in a different order, and it also has no coat of arms on it. So Bolivia has this order: red, yellow, and green, and the coat of arms. So for clicking on Bolivia, it's a big country, not as big as Brazil, but it's a very generous region to click. So our focus is going to be around this region here. So we learned that north of the lake is Peru. So we're just gonna, of course, north west, not going straight up. So for Bolivia, it's actually the opposite. It's southeast of the lake. So clicking around this region here is gonna get us Bolivia very easily. Of course, we have more to the country east here, but we don't want to risk hitting Brazil. So focus on clicking around this near to the lake, and also on this curve area here, okay? Because these light things here, it's Brazil. This lighter thing here, it's Rondônia state. Here is Acre. So yeah, don't go too much east here to not hit Brazil. Just focus on staying close to the curve here, this curve here, and also the southeast of the lake. So let's guess. And see, we basically hit the center of the country, and that's it for Bolivia. Next we have Paraguay, and for the flag we have a horizontal triband with red, white, and blue. And here on the center we have the coat of arms for Paraguay. We have three circles here on black, with the outer one being a little thicker. Here on the center we have a palm branch and an olive branch. Here on the center of the center, oh, we have a yellow 5-pointed star with a black border. And here we have the motto, which is the official name for the country, República del Paraguay. So this coat of arms actually has a verse. So on the verse of the coat of arms, we have another one, which instead of the branches and the star has a lion here with a staff, and on top of the staff we have a red cap, and the motto is paz y justicia, paz y justicia. So since we have a verse for the coat of arms, we also have a verse for the flag, which is the same design but with the verse of the coat of arms. But this is the main side of the flag, and it's what the game uses. You're not gonna be seeing the other version, but it's just a fun fact I wanted to share with you guys. So just remember this pattern here with the coat of arms, the branches, and stuff. So for clicking on Paraguay, just like Bolivia, Paraguay alongside Bolivia are the only countries in South America that doesn't have a coast. I forgot to mention that for Bolivia, but I think you guys noticed. So for Paraguay, we're going to be focusing our attention here. We have these rivers here we can see, so they help us a lot for locating Paraguay. So clicking here north of this river line, it's going to get us Paraguay nice and easily. It marks the border between Brazil here on this side, and between Argentina on this side here. So yeah, clicking here within this river region, it's gonna get us Paraguay. But we have more country extension here to the northwest. So we have this lighter green section here. So clicking here is gonna get us the north portion of the country. We also have a river here that is harder to see, but this river also marks the border with Brazil. I like to click here on this south region because it's easier to lock your eyes on the river. It's kind of hard to locate this lighter section right away because we have a bunch of shades here, so sometimes you're not gonna get lock your eyes here first. But for the rivers, at least for me, it's easier to locate. But you can click wherever you feel most comfortable. But for me, it's here on the with the near the river. So let's guess. There we go, we got it. So the river here on the south marks the border between Argentina, and here on the east with Brazil. And as I said, that lighter green section marks the north portion of the country, and the river that we can barely see marking the border between Brazil on this side. Next we have Uruguay, and for the flag we have the white and blue stripes, and here on the upper left corner we have the sun of May. So for clicking on Uruguay, we're gonna be focusing our attention around here. So this part here is still Brazil. It's the state of Rio Grande do Sul. So what we're gonna do is basically click here on this area. Uruguay is not so big, so just focus on staying here on this coast, near of this coast, on this north section, because here on this south section is Argentina. And yeah, just stay near this coast here. We can see a glimpse of the river here. It's the Uruguay River. So yeah, you'll have to stay east of this river. If you go beyond it, you're gonna hit Argentina. So, but your focus is clicking here near the coast. Don't go too much to the north because you're gonna hit Brazil. So let's guess here. There we go. As I said, the river, I'm actually not even sure if the river that we were seeing was this one or this one here. But yeah, if it was this one, stay east of it and you're gonna be safe. But like I said, the main reference for us is staying near the coast here, because we don't have much references up here and we don't want to hit Brazil. So let's take a look at Argentina. For Argentina, we have for the flag a tri-band, horizontal, light blue, white, and light blue once again. And just like the Uruguay flag, we have the sun of May. So for clicking on Argentina, it's the second biggest country on South America. So we have plenty of room to work with. And we don't, on my case here, I don't need to pan for it. So clicking here on these lakes, it's gonna get you Argentina. Also we can click around here. We just saw that Uruguay is here, and the opposite side going south is already Argentina. So clicking here also fine. Buenos Aires is right here. So on the lake, maybe down here, not too much to the west, because here on the coast it's Chile, so don't click here because you're not gonna get Argentina, and not too much to the north here because you might hit Paraguay. So let's click here around the lakes. Yeah, we got it. We have of course a bunch more to the country south, but we don't need to move to reach some part of the country, and all we need is to be able to hit some part of the hitbox, and that's it for Argentina. Pretty big country, plenty of room to work with. For our last country on South America, we have Chile, and for the flag we have the double band here, white and red on the bottom. And on the upper left corner we have the blue square with the white star on the center of the square, so very plain flag. And to click on the country is basically a huge coastal country, so starting around here until the south of South America, it's gonna be all Chile here. So yeah, clicking everywhere on the west coast here, starting from this region, is gonna get to Chile. So don't go too much into the continent here, because Chile it's big on coastal wise, but continental wise it's very thin, let's say. So yeah, let's click here. There we go. As you can see, the country starts around here, goes all the way to the south of the continent, all the way, every portion of the coast here is Chile. And of course, don't go too much into the continent. You don't want to hit Argentina or Bolivia up here. So yeah, that's it for Chile and also for South America. Hope you guys enjoy the tips to click on every country here, and see you guys on the next one.